Hey everyone, welcome back with Being on Mac, where today we're going to start the asset missions for the InterGlobal Studios. Since this is Grand Theft Auto, however, we're not going to make regular movies, we're going to make movies and more for an adult audience.
Action.
Whoa! Now that's big.
12 inches. That is regulation, baby.
Cut! Who is this idiot? You! Why are you in my space? Why?
What is all this crap? Aliens,
Baby, wake
fishing poles. Who's ever seen a shark that big? All this stuff's gotta go. Why'd you get in this business, you prick? Huh? For the pussy. That's why. What is this?
This is my art. Security!
Look, you pompous asshole. I own you now. I own all of this. We're gonna turn this place around. I'm gonna make you rich.
You're Tommy Vercetti, but I thought that you were...
That's right. We're gonna be making some changes around here and start making some real money.
Actually, have you ever thought about,
But first we're gonna need some good-looking broads.
Yeah, girls are fine, but you...
What's that guy think this is? Some fruity art crap? Geez, like anyone ever watch movies about fish?
I love that stupid lean back pose that Steve Scott always does in his cutscenes and stuff like that. I wonder what that specifically, what it's referencing. The old Mendez place. Jeez, come on. It's a good thing I have infinite sprint on, because it'd be a lot more irritating to get this car if I didn't, but... Yeah, so, I mean, it's... Like I said, it's Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it can't just be normal movies they're making. It's gotta be, pornos and stuff like that. That said, I mean, I do have to wonder why you need... I mean, it probably was a Steve kind of thing. They, request they need, an actual studio and stuff like that. I don't really understand why you would need one instead of just using some random house. I feel like that'd be simpler, but I don't know. I'm not in the movie business, right? I'm not where it's at. So I guess I wouldn't be able to specifically say why that's the what the case is for that, or if that's even a normal thing they did back in the day.
Yo, Candy, I'm looking for movie talent. You interested?
Sure, but you'd have to talk to my agent.
The hell are you doing?
You should have stayed at home today.
Can you believe this asshole?
I find it's so weird. I mean, I'm just gonna fast forward this part because it took me a while to catch up to him and stuff like that and get back. As you can see, I need a car, but yeah, it was so weird to me. Obviously the joke is that he's just her pimp, and porn stars have pimps and stuff. That said, why'd he get so defensive and pissed off and stuff like that? I assume we could have just made a deal together, but I don't know. Maybe he knew what was up or something. I don't know. They needed a conflict, I guess. It's Grand Theft Auto. Prostitution is good, but pimps are not, I guess. So. Well, good thing that he just decided to stay in his car. Also, that gold stretch, you can actually apparently get that if you, I believe, not the next mission, but...
Come on, let's go.
I'll kind of describe a little bit of, what you can do to get that gold stretch. Apparently you can get, Avery's black stretch as well. But, I think it's, some weird, crazy crap, because it's only in cutscenes or something like that. This one you can also get, but I don't know, I was kind of fed up with it at this point.
Hey, Mercedes.
Hey, Tommy. You want a party?
I'd rather sleep in a
Not
toilet.
now, sweets. You interested in doing some movies?
Of course, as long as it's cheap and sleazy.
What do you know about toilets?
You're hired. Get in.
Where the hell is Candy? Okay, This is the shit you have to deal with pedestrians in these games. But yeah, I don't know. This mission is just kind of a long, drawn out one, and I didn't always know where I was going. So that's kind of why, like, I'm fast forwarding through a lot of it. And this is already going to be a long video anyway, so it's not even a fun or interesting mission either. So, but the ones that are coming up are, in my opinion, some of the hardest in the game.
Tommy, you coming in for a warm-up?
Maybe later,
You see
babe.
all these fitness videos on television? It's always that idiot fool in leotards prancing about, giving it the skinny thing. And I say, what is this? I mean, what in the world is this?
Cool shark.
They ain't got it.
I do love that line.
How's filming going, Steve?
Well, Candy is a natural. And that new girl, she's insatiable. She went through half the cast and crew before I even took a light reading. Anyway, hey, tomorrow we're going on location to shoot the boat scenes.
Boat scenes? What boat scenes?
The fishermen are in the throes of passion when the giant shark comes in.
What'd I say about the giant shark? I said, no giant shark, all right? Just keep the cameras pointed at the poontang.
Okay. Hey, Tommy, you guys got to try, right?
You get those flyers printed up?
Yeah, but nobody's gonna let us distribute those things. I mean, they're just too, they're unimaginative.
You don't worry about that. I've got my own ideas for distribution.
Okay. Hey, Candy, in my trailer.
All right, now this one is definitely this is one that I see, I think, on a lot of people's lists of one of the most difficult missions in the series, and I definitely think it's definitely a tough one. But that said, I did it on my first try in this one, honestly. For one thing, it's easy to think you're under a strict time limit. The fuel, you're gonna see at the end just how much I have left. The fuel was kind of like a false thing, you know, essentially to make it seem like you have way less time than you would think. Like, I have never lost this mission due to running out of fuel. That said, there are some, they knew exactly what they were doing, and there are some tight ass turns. And I always just start off with the farthest one first, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, I find it interesting that Mercedes keeps trying to get with Tommy here, and I don't know. He seems like he's having none of it, which I don't know. I can't blame the guy. I mean, like Steve said, you know, she's already stuck with half the cast and crew, and just for the fun of it. I don't know. I know a lot of people, you know, they don't think the body count stuff is that big a deal or whatever. I don't know. Like, some people change, but I feel like if you're kind of willing to sleep with whoever just for the sake of it, you kind of have like weird standards, if you know what I mean. Like, oh, you know, I would date this guy, and then he just has to earn his way to sleeping with me, but with other people, you know, they automatically attract me so I can sleep with them. Like, that's such a weird mindset to have, and it's weird to me that some women don't understand that mindset. And before people think I'm just going all against women, with this particular issue, you know, like, it definitely seems like I've only ever heard that from women. Although I will say this, I feel like because of that issue that there are certain women that I guess I would sleep with, but not necessarily date. But once again, I feel like that's kind of more, it depends on how the woman treats herself and perceives herself. But before I continue on with my point here, this right here is kind of the first big thing that always gets me in this mission. You have to go through this tight area here. Once again, I mean, the fuel kind of makes you panic a little bit. But that said, you know, just take your time. Get the spacing you need until, you know, you can comfortably move between the area. And you'll see there's a much bigger area than what it seems like at first. But to continue on my point with the whole thing with that is, I mean, like, you'll notice online, you know, you could be a guy going to a video where they're talking about how women are just not faithful in society and they're all terrible and this or that. And it's, you know, a bunch of dudes in the comment sections or on the subreddit saying, yeah, you know, it is women's fault, you know, they hate the nice guys, but they'll sleep with all the attractive guys. The fact of the matter is women do the same thing. So, like, there's a bunch of women that are all going, oh, we're all the nice guys, you know, and stuff like that. And you gotta understand, too, like, kind of like how those same guys look at, like, those Instagram models and, like, think, oh, you know, they're hot, I could date them, yada, yada. No, you gotta understand how other people think, and you have to have, you have to be careful with who you trust in that sense, because, you know, I mean, women do the same thing, and, like, those guys that complain about just say, oh, yeah, it's all women's fault. No, I mean, you guys are all just falling for the same people, you know? I mean, it's the same things. If you're a guy and you see a woman that you think is attractive, you kind of get thoughts in your head, like, you know, especially before you ever start dating or anything like that, that, oh, you know, like, I thought she was a nice girl, this or that. And, you know, women have the same thing happen to them by dudes, you know? I mean, like, there's our women that just want to sleep around, and that's fine, but there's also, I mean, how many times do you hear all the time women who go with guys that, you know, act nice and tell them everything they want, all this other stuff, and I mean, it's literally pretty much like the same thing, so I don't know, like, I think neither side seems to understand that, and they all want to just say, like, oh no, see, you're wrong, like, all the issues in that statement is because of, you know, the other side, you know, all men are pigs, or, oh no, women are terrible at choosing, and stuff like that. No, it's both sides, you know, and unfortunately, I think, you know, it's just kind of that classic case of tribalism in which neither side wants to look at everything and how it works in, like, you know, like the overarching thing. It's just kind of like in a bubble type deal, and you know, there's a lot of guys that maybe got screwed over by one girl, maybe two or something like that. There's,
What are you talking about?
the fact is I don't know, you're not gonna find the person that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, you know. Chances are it's not likely to happen right away. And holy shit, that's a tight corner. Oh no, no. Okay, wait, we survived. All right, next mission.
Tommy,
Sonny.
obviously you are suffering from hearing problems, so I'll try again. Where's the goddamn money? Where's the goddamn stuff? And where's my cut? Are your new action? You're making an idiot out of me, Tommy, and I'm not laughing yet. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, what's the problem now?
Shh. Well, after his close encounter with the Nympho invaders, our hero finds himself unable to think of anything but this huge phallic mountain. And that's when I want to do the scene with the vat of mashed potatoes, but then
Don't give a crap about that. Just keep going. You mentioned something about some legal problem on the phone.
Congressman Alex Shrub has jumped on the pre-election bandwagon. He's going after the Puritan vote. Rumors are he's going to support measures to restrict, shall we say, the more fleshy aspects of this nation's great entertainment industry.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Candy, you know Shrub. You guys get up to anything kinky?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
All right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Candy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got that.
Was that part of the, was she talking to?
Hey, I can never tell. Anyway, you're probably best following her after the shoot. See if she'll lead you to their new love nest.
You got a camera?
Yeah, get him a camera.
But to end my point on that whole rant I was going on about is, and it's once again both sides, you know, you have to you're gonna have to get into some shit sometimes, you know. And what I mean by that is, you know, you might, it's kind of, you know, whether or not you can tell, you know, some people are just amazing liars and stuff like that, and are just very good at manipulating and stuff like that. But then there's nothing you can really do about it if you don't know. But then there's other people where it's kind of obvious and stuff like that, you know, like, oh yeah, this guy, you hear a lot of bad stuff, but you still give him the chance. This girl, you know, you hear a lot of bad stuff, but you still give her the chance. It really comes down to sometimes you're gonna have to deal with some shit. You know, just even without relationships, just in life, you're gonna deal with a lot of liars and terrible people and stuff like that. Everybody has vices and terrible things, or you know, a lot of people have commitment issues, all this other stuff. But it's important to remember, you know, even if it happens to you a few times, you have to learn from those mistakes. A lot of people don't seem to learn from those mistakes, and a lot of people, unfortunately, give up after it happens once or twice, and you know, it's just unfortunate for that. And once again, I mean, if this actually gets even enough videos and it attracts the right audience, there might be somebody who's like, oh no, you're wrong, yada yada. But that said, no, I mean, it also depends on where you're looking. You know, if you go to a bar or something like that and it's a sleazy bar, you know, the guys and girls there are probably not the best choice, you know, to date or make something of yourself. And I think another issue with it comes with confidence as well, you know. Knowingly picking a bad choice, but thinking that's all you can get. If that's how you kind of do it, or are just gonna go for it, it's just not the way to do it, you know. You shouldn't be out there dating or putting yourself out there or anything like that. You gotta boost up your confidence. And there are gonna be assholes, you know. There are some people that, you know, maybe they're not exactly right for the dating scene. Maybe they're not. Some people seem to have better luck when it comes to dating than others in the dating scene.
The snow angel, and we begin to cry. Close curtain.
Okay. Well, I'd love just the 5 of us.
Please, 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 enough!
Hey.
Life succeeds while robots starve. Attendance has been poor. If I were opening this with the Orchestra Filarmonica di Jalapa in Mexico, there would be riots in the streets with small children giving me flowers and weeping. Here in Vice City, they wouldn't know art unless it...
Well, what I mean to say is that some people have an easier time than others when it comes to dating and stuff like that, and it's usually, you know, just how well you are with social skills and stuff like that, and you know, people and understanding, you know, who's to be trusted and who's not and all that other stuff. That said, I mean, some people it just takes a little bit longer to kind of navigate that stuff, and it's about not giving up and whatnot, so keep going, essentially, you know, if you really want someone special, you know, you gotta learn from your mistakes and all that sort of stuff. I don't know, I never am very good at explaining my points, but I think people get the idea. I think most normal people understand how this stuff works. So this mission, I think in general, is actually a lot more difficult than the last mission, because now you have 5 stars, and I mean, once again, get into that fucking paint spray, man, that is a goddamn chore. And you know, you got to get rid of those stars, because even if you fly in my experience, I mean, once you land in the studios, before you can even land, actually, they are fucking shooting your helicopter down, and like you can have like full health, and they're killing you, literally before you can even get. You could be 2 inches away from the pink marker, and they're still getting you. That's just how powerful they are and how many guns they have. And I did this mission so many times, man. You won't believe it. And that said, that gold stretch. This is the mission in which you can get the gold stretch. But like I said, look at this. Look at this shit. If it was any other car, honestly, at this point, I probably would have already lost. But somehow we stuck it out. We haven't made it yet. Jesus Christ, this is the shit that I'm talking about, man. And you can't. The thing that sucks is around this time, regular cars stop spawning in, so you can't use the paint spray to get rid of your stars, because you know you don't have a car. Like the police cars, you can't use paint sprays. And look at all that shit, man. All right, luck may be on my side. Come on, come on. All right, make the turn, make the turn. See, oh, so close. All right. But yeah, to get the gold stretch in this, at the start of the mission, before Candy enters the golden stretch, you get like a fucking full minute before she enters, and it's weird. I don't know why they waste your time so much. I'm assuming so you can get another car. But if you have like a flamethrower, just torch the flamethrower, torch the car with the guy in it, and he should run out. And then you should be able to enter the car and, you know, store it in a garage. I decided not to do that just because I've had issues for some reason with storing cars. Like, cars that I should have just are gone for some reason. I still have my Rhino tank, though. But, yeah, I mean, all my other cars are just gone. Like, I saved, like, 5 of those Admirals. You know, the bulletproof ones and stuff like that from, Ricardo Diaz. And, I don't know, they just all went missing. I only lost one, though, in the mission. But I guess Candy's stretch is also bulletproof as well. I think so, anyway. And also, you're going to have to deal with, yep, you see how I got shot? Even though I don't have stars, there's still guys waiting right at the entrance for you. And as long as you have no stars, they're the only threat you should have to worry about. But I've had to do this mission probably like literally 20 times. So at this point, you know, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I am not taking any fucking chances. I'm grabbing the Rhino. And we're just powering through it. If I wasn't so worried about just randomly disappearing, I would have had the Rhino this whole mission, but I ain't risking it like that. But be like Tommy, folks, you know, don't fall for the thoughts or whatever. And if you want a real relationship, you know, can't go for ladies like Mercedes, you know. Some people don't change. And once again, that goes for both sides. I don't care what anybody says. But let's see how the fuck they take this one, folks. At this point, I kind of wish I had 5 stars still so I could do some real damage with this. But you know what? I may have a tank, but I use it responsibly. You know, these guys don't have to worry about anything. You know, see, I swerve out of the way for that guy because I'm just, you know, I'm a guy like that. Yeah, I bet you didn't fucking think I was coming back with this, huh, assholes? But yeah, they perfectly block your way in here too, so. And they got powerful guns and everything, so. You know, you could literally be 2 inches in front of that pink mission marker and you're getting gunned down in the helicopter.
Sorry, but I just can't swallow this right now.
Come on, darling. He's hung like a sperm whale, for pity's sake. How can you not feel the part?
But Stevie...
How's my star director?
Oh, man, the struggle between the artistic integrity and the pumping action continues unabated. And before you ask, yes, all 4 videos will be released by their... Honey, can you please keep the Andacon in the shot? He costs more per hour than you do.
Oh, sorry, Steve.
I was thinking, we need some kind of big stunt to really promote the launch. Something that will make a real impact on this city. You got any ideas?
Well, in the old days, they used to have gala events, stars, limos, the night sky crisscross with searchlights.
Searchlights. I got an idea.
Yeah. Well, little sequin numbers and the limos. Premieres. Oh, yes, ma'am. Of course, ma'am. And the press and the barrage of lights.
Yeah, fun fact about Candy, too, is, I'm sure most people know this by now, is that she was voiced by Jenna Jameson. If you don't know who that is, that's, I think in like the 90s she was a really big, you know, adult actress and stuff like that. Where the hell is the bike? There it is. But she was a really popular adult actress. And, yeah, she was kind of crazy, like around this time, like the late 90s and early 2000s. Because, like, it was still around this time where, like, you can tell by this game, you know, it's all about, you know, the edginess and making fun of everything and doing the sickest jokes and all this other stuff, you know. It's obviously a much different world than we live in now, but so she was just kind of popular because she was, like, you know, a porn star in a lot of the other games too, you know. For some reason they just thought, like, her playing a lot of, like, porn actresses and stuff like that in the games and stuff like that was you know, cool and was, like, hilarious in itself or something. Not a bad voice actress, honestly, but
if you think your child might be a red, here are some warning signs.
you know, actually, you know, if you remember in the WWF, I think she did the first vignettes with Val Venus when he was first introduced as well in, like, 1998.
Or showing any doubts about the fairness of our system, then they should find a teacher or a policeman immediately. Do yourself. Take both hands off the wheel and touch the steering. Feel the power. Ah, yes, friend, there's a lot of evil in the world, but there is also good. And I have been sent to shine a light on all degenerates, philanderers, liberals, and other evildoers, and expose them.
And I forget if she was in a Tony Hawk game, like her actual character model was of her, or if she, like, played a porn star in that game as well. I assume that she was in it. But yeah, like, she was just kind of, like, in quite a few different places at one time in you know, like, this kind of media. Usually when you think about it, like, yeah, I mean, obviously Grand Theft Auto is a game with adult themes and stuff like that, but, and I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that, but I mean, honestly, I mean, it's interesting that mostly kids kind of played this stuff. And I mean, the Tony Hawk stuff, I mean, I've never played those games. I think it was Tony Hawk, but I don't know, it's kind of crazy to think she was just in a skateboarding game like that. I think it was like something like major boobs or something like that. Like I said, I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to fill me in on those details, but
He's appeared in several best-selling infomercials.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game.
Books and audio cassettes are sold around the world.
This mission is also, in my opinion, pretty tough. They do give you checkpoints, like you'll see when we get there, but
I'm happy to be here. It's been a long journey.
Yeah.
And I thought I remember there being a time limit, but it doesn't seem like there is one.
Well, I didn't, but I read the cover. But
yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. You're going through all across the rooftops in Vice City, and
I am a Viking, and a Viking that will not only help
a lot of these missions really open up and show you a lot of, like, areas in the games you never would have even expected to explore. But yeah, like I said, it is kind of a pain in the ass. Especially that first jump, that guy always kind of got in my way and would somehow, like, stall it out to where, like, I wasn't able to make him.
Of course, then he died of the green plague. There are some Vikings that are a bloodthirsty lot, yes, but no more than anyone else, really.
Just make it
We're
up
nomadic
there.
people, Amy. We have cold fire in our souls.
But as long as you take your time, once again, like, that's kind of the name of the game. Take your time with this stuff and make sure you got everything down right. And you should do fine.
And mind you, anyone
it might just take you a minute, like it is for me.
Understand what the lot is saying. It's all a for.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I see people speed run this mission where they go from rooftop to rooftop, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and not me.
You see, Amy, men and women
I gotta pretty much plan out every single route that I have to do, and they always do it in, like, an annoying way, in which you kind of have to readjust yourself constantly.
When I'm raiding a village, I don't need to be talking about feelings.
And when you think about this mission too, we had access to a fucking helicopter.
No, lass, no.
We used that helicopter to spread the flyers around the city. Why are we not using that helicopter to just easily go to that one point on the roof you need to go to and just end the mission in 5 fucking seconds? You know what I mean? Okay, that's not good though.
What does being
Eee,
a
that would have
Viking
been
have to do
way
with
worse.
anything?
Let's
This
see.
is the 20th
It's
century.
smoking.
We have electricity.
I don't think I've ever had this
penicillin,
issue.
jet planes, implants. Well, I don't, but I want some. But I heard the operation is really gross.
All right, so we got
You
the
look
first
like it's
checkpoint here,
982
so
AD or something.
that's pretty cool.
Mind ye
Looks
tongue,
like we got a
wench,
body
lest
of
I cut
armor
it
we
out.
can get as
Deep
well.
down, all of you listening to me say, Thor, yes.
I
I'd
think
like
that
to
was actually
unleash the
back
Viking
there,
within.
so-
Maybe you'll go camping once a year or hunting and wonder why it feels so natural. Denying your instincts. Men
Looks like Tommy's
shaving.
suit is
You
like
know,
clipping
deep
into
down
itself in
pit
the
of your
back.
soul, you wish you could
I gotta say,
crouch
this
in
is
the
my
grass
favorite
with
Tommy
eyes
Vercetti
biting your
outfit.
face, afraid to move for fear of alerting the beast, covering yourself with yak urine to thwart the smell. Then,
Jeez Louise, that was
bounce, bringing your
yeah, like I said,
battle axe
they
on its skull. Man and animal
take
at
your
that
time,
moment,
'cause
one and the same in a
that was
terrible
meant
beauty.
to
Then
screw
drag
you
the
over
carcass back
and
to
nothing
the house
else.
and celebrate by eating its heart.
Oh,
Some
jeez.
people, they only do this once in a lifetime. I do this every day.
Okay.
And so can you.
Well, what
All
the
it takes
fuck?
is some
Yeah,
positive thinking.
ah,
Just attend by a-
yeah, oh no, oh, I gotta get another
Rubbish.
bike.
Wisdom is not to be treated so lightly. When my father grew
So
old,
we gotta
I
do a
sat with
large
him day
portion
and
of
night,
that
absorbing his
again.
wisdom, learning about
At
the
least,
demons
you know,
and
these
where the
things,
wickedness
even without the
resides in
markers,
men's
they're pretty
hearts. And as his time
self-explanatory.
drew
I'll give
near,
him
I
that.
built a large pyre, burnt him and his wife while
Gotta
communing
make
with
sure we
the
don't
spirit.
go over the edge.
Kind to the sponsor of the show.
It's a lot more. It's
Brody,
not
what
like
are
there's
you
a
doing?
motorcycle readily available around this area
Wearing these
either.
animal hides does get a bit
At least I don't think there is, so that's
Okay.
pretty annoying. That's
You
kind of
never
why I just
answered my
skipped through this
question.
part.
What
But
do you think of Vice City?
Your land and people have a lot in
good
common
lord,
with
like I
mine.
said, the studio
See,
missions
we
are just
too
kind of
fled our
a
homes due to lack of
a pain in the
food,
ass, in my
overpopulation,
opinion.
and the bitter cold.
So most of them
And
aren't really that fun, and they're just kind of like hard for the sake of it. I feel like, because it's a late game type mission thing.
Land and force and burn down a local monastery or village.
Like I said, I found this and the mission before it. I found these two to be harder than the dildo dodo or whatever.
Something about Canada.
Wait a minute.
I think
there,
we're
Buster.
almost
My
done,
mother's half Canadian.
Oh, what are you going to do, wench? Sweep the ice
cameras.
furiously at me?
Who-
Ha, socialized
We
medicine?
made it.
Nah, you did it all wrong.
I was worried this wouldn't be fast enough to make the jump, so it looks like we got it.
Talk about this in the
Oh god, am I gonna fly off the end? Okay, I think... Jeez, camera, I think we're good. Yeah, this is it.
Are you
This is
married?
it, folks.
You seem like a tough character to live with.
Aye, me wife Helga.
Could have just used a
This
helicopter,
show
but
is not sexist,
whatever.
whatever certain bearded women might say.
Oh, that's
Women
nice. They
are
give you a
people too.
checkpoint in case
I'd
if you accidentally
appreciate
fall
if you
off.
wouldn't talk that way.
Ah, go live in a chimney.
Oh, that's
troll.
probably just to access
20th
this
century
area
women
whenever
are
you
all the
want as
same.
well.
And me hag Helga, she felt prettier up anyways.
Alright.
She's
And with this, folks, that's pretty much the end of this mission. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out next week's episode. But above all else, please remember to have a nice day. Oh, by the way, do you like my edits? Gotta make sure that YouTube's safe, you know what I'm saying?
Tommy, Paolo here, Two Paso Amigo.
What do you want, Paul? I don't want any fake label clothes.
Very funny, mate, but you know I don't touch bank gear. No, I was just calling to see if I can get a part in one of your movies. Back in England, I did a lot of blue stuff, mate. I'm packing more ink than you, my son.
Paul, thanks for the offer. I'll bear that in mind.
Seriously, don't forget about me after all I've done for you.
That's what I'm trying to forget about.